Good morning and assalamu alaikum to all dear friends. It is cloudy over here in Kohat and spring is almost in the air. I must thank all of you for feedback and I'm so happy that now peace accord between Taliban militants and United States of America is being signed, and of course that is a good omen for people of this region, and I hope moms in United States of America they do know now that President Trump takes their concerns seriously and their children, his Marines, will be back soon in their homes, and personally I think in terms of utilization of world resources for welfare of 8 billion people of the globe, I don't believe in any sort of wars. And in 21st century, no good human can think in terms of war. We are having this internet which has removed stereotypes, which has removed misunderstandings between the people of the globe, and I keep on defining the negative role of dictatorial ideologies, and many people who are in journalism and who are in politics, they are doing the same. So once dictatorial communist and fascist regimes are ended, situation will be really right for utilization of world resources for welfare of the humans living around the globe. And Afghan children, when I see them in misery, they are near to my residence, living in mud houses. Their parents came 4 decades ago. One generation is of young people here of Afghan refugees, and then they have got their children as well. And I had struggled to open venues of education for them through my pen, and some of the Afghan boys and girls are going to government school here in my locality, but still they are living in subhuman conditions. You see, mother of all federations known as United States of America spends trillions of dollars to provide security to its people, social security, physical security, and whenever there are security concerns, though people of United States of America, they are all very rich, but they let their children to join US Marine Corps, and then they come to end threats all around the globe, which were there in the past when US Marines, along with their NATO allies under umbrella of United Nations, came to promote peace here in Afghanistan and to end bases occupied by terrorists there. That was a noble mission, and because of the efforts of US and its NATO allies, Afghans are now educated enough. Even militants among them, they utilize internet and all that. So they are not that lethal anymore as they were 2 decades before. Before the arrival of US Marines there. Roads are built, schools are built there, and US Marine Corps is doing something great in Afghanistan. Political system is being created through elections now. Afghans, through ballot, they decide regarding having their leadership. So they are so civilized now, and that is my staunch belief that the spread of quality education all around the globe in 21st century, dictatorial ideologies can be ended, and democracy can be promoted all around, especially democracy equipped with spirit of federalism. Federalism had developed USA because the spirit of federalism is save people from tyranny and oppression, and if that spirit spreads around the globe, there will be peace. Definitely there will be peace. When human becomes important, when misunderstandings are being removed, and for removal of misunderstandings now, people to people contact is there through internet. Everybody knows everybody, and humans are now in a very friendly environment all around the globe. So all those leaders who are having that thinking of fascist or Nazi nature, they are now, they are now unacceptable for their own country fellows as well. In India, situation is really bad. Muslim and Hindu population of Delhi, which is capital of India, is witnessing Muslims, Muslim minority is witnessing genocide-like situation there because Hindu majority is attacking them. In 1984, that was Sikh minority which had faced this situation, and they were brutally killed by Hindu majority of India. Well, that is all because of lack of quality education. Because once quality education is not widespread in a country, then that country has leadership which can be termed as misleading leaders. Because once you are not educated, how you can lead others? Many fiction writers here in subcontinent and many emotional people, they believe in miracles of an ignorant man, that a person who is not educated at all but can promote peace and can bring economic prosperity and all that. Though that is not possible, because without education we cannot have any good leadership anywhere in the world. So India and Pakistan, they both have to, and even Afghanistan, they have to spend more on education if they really want peace-related economic prosperity. And that is the only way out. I mean, all those whom are raising this concern before me, that is a long-term solution, but that is the only solution. And we all can give it a try, because people can be educated through two different ways. Through informal means are print and electronic media, and this internet as well, social media as well. And I think social media is the most effective way of educating people. And then we have formal education, schools, colleges and universities. So now that with advent of internet, it has become possible to reach to the people all around the globe speedily and spread education regarding politics, regarding humanity, regarding existing international system, regarding economy, regarding politics, regarding anything. So some people are there who are spreading lies on social media and are trying to promote extremism as well. But humans, you see, by nature, they always look for something better. So they are ineffective. And I have heard voices of both Hindu and Muslims against atrocities of Indian police against Muslims there in Delhi. So many people are killed. Majority of them are Muslims there in Delhi during past few days. And this is all because of ignorance spread around. Ignorance paves the way for intolerance and frustration as well. All those people who cannot come up with remedies of the problems which they are facing or their fellow humans are facing, then they get frustrated. And frustration leads to agitation, and agitation finally turns into rebellion, which is being witnessed here recently in India. So people are out on streets, they are rebellious as well. There is communal violence now because of that intolerance which is caused by widespread ignorance. All humans are the same. Hindus are having the same needs which the Muslims do have. Religion is for spiritual satisfaction, and humans of every religion are answerable before God and for their omissions and commissions. And all the religions, they teach humanity, they teach good things. So when people are ignorant even about the religion as well, they become extremely intolerant when are being indoctrinated by extremist entities like RSS in India. Educated people, they ignore RSS-like entities, and they do not come in their trap, whether they are Hindus or Hindus of all the castes, because caste system is there, whether they are high caste Hindus or low caste Hindus, they do not fall into trap of RSS. Once they are educated, they know that extremism is not good. And luckily, we in these two beautiful federations of Pakistan and India, we are having constitution which provides for fundamental human rights. But because of prevailing ignorance from last 70 years or more here in subcontinent, not only people but even leadership was failed to understand their constitutional obligations and limits and duties as well. So mostly that abuse of power is there on part of leadership. Some friends were talking about Article 6 present there in Pakistan Constitution. Well, we need good analysts, educated ones. We need good and educated politicians. And we need effective and efficient judicial system. And what I can say on this issue is that once an elected Prime Minister of India or Pakistan suspends fundamental human rights on a plea that some miscreants are exploding bombs or are challenging the writ of state, and that is why that elected ruler is out to suspend fundamental human rights of the people. How illogical it is, because crime is being done by miscreants and a majority of the law-abiding citizens, they are being punished and their rights are being suspended. You see, so those whom are thinking here in terms of Article 6 of constitution of Pakistan against certain people, they must think about those politicians as well, whom have suspended fundamental human rights. That is the worst crime, that the criminals are doing something bad and Prime Minister of Pakistan and Prime Minister of India did the same once. They suspend fundamental human rights of majority of law-abiding citizens of Pakistan and India. See, there is no logic in it. An elected Prime Minister of India, elected Prime Minister of Pakistan suspends fundamental human rights of the people on a plea of law-abiding people, on a plea that some miscreants are doing something wrong. Instead of going after those miscreants, he suspends fundamental human rights of the people. This is a crime which cannot be forgiven. And Article 6 here in Pakistan is for such criminals. That shall be implemented. You see what happens when you suspend fundamental human rights of the people. That is, you declare war on your own people. You take away right of life from them. You take away their all fundamental freedoms. And then worst crime is that in your fight against your own people, you utilize law enforcing agencies, intelligence agencies, and in case of Pakistan and even in India, you utilize armed forces against your own people. Firstly, you start a war, which you are not supposed to do that, because both India and Pakistan are federations, and Constitution of Pakistan and India both are supreme laws of the land, like all other federations. So to assess the gravity of situation in nuclear age here in subcontinent, that out of ignorance you have got a leadership which cannot understand even its constitutional obligations. People here are in a very dangerous situation. And I welcome that move of US government to have a peace accord with Taliban. I hope that interaction between Taliban militants and US officials will be opportunity for Taliban leadership to get educated and to accept the existing political process in which through ballot people come into power, and that is being there now in Afghanistan. So once they agree to be a part of political system, I'm not gone through the details of the accord, but whatever is being communicated to me through statements of Honorable President Donald Trump, I have some idea that things are moving towards better. And I'm happy with outcome of my lecturing campaign. Things are moving towards better. And in India, the present communal violence, to end that is responsibility of Indian government. Indian law enforcing agencies, they must act in impartial manner. They must provide, judiciary of India must provide justice to all in true sense of the word, and it is responsibility of Indian government, of Indian elected government, of India's elected government to make law enforcing agencies capable of promoting peace in society, of providing protection to all, and it is the responsibility of India's leadership, elected leadership, to improve judiciary and its performance as well. And I hope situation will turns towards better. The more quality education we spread through informal and formal means, that ends the hold of Nazi and fascist and communist thinking all around. And once that dictatorial thinking is over, everybody will be at peace with everybody. I wish all the best to all of you and good luck as well.